Today we're talking about the big news from the last 48 hours, and that is that CBS and Viacom have announced they will merge as one company. But how will this affect the Star Trek franchise we all love? Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. Today we're discussing the CBS and Viacom merger, which will see the company being called ViacomCBS. Talks of this merger have been going on for quite a while now, for multiple years, but just this week it seems like it's been a great success. Star Trek is one of the IPs that was at the centre of this deal, and I'm going to explain why and how, so let's jump into this. Now, CBS and Viacom split in 2006, which meant that Star Trek rights were also slightly split as well. You've most likely heard much discussion over this topic, but here is the basic way of looking at it. Before today, CBS held and owned the brand, television rights, and the library of Star Trek content, while Viacom's subsidiary company, Paramount Pictures, held the Trek film rights. This week's deal sees the two come back together in what some are calling a reunification of the franchise. It really does remind me of that Next Generation episode where Spock is trying to reunite the Romulan and Vulcan people. You know the one, it was quite cool. The Star Trek franchise being under one central roof has been an important discussion at CBS and Viacom for quite a while now. The new company, ViacomCBS, even mentioned Trek as being one of the strategic rationales for the merger. You can see the quote on screen right now, basically talking about the content library including Star Trek and how the merger will be beneficial. So how does this affect Trek altogether? Well, we may not see any major changes right away, as this new deal is set to complete by the end of 2019. But with a whole host of Star Trek content, mainly from CBS, coming in 2020, it does make you question how this will be affected, if at all. New CEO of ViacomCBS, Bob Bakish, sat down during the investment press conference call and cited Star Trek being one of the many reasons the companies agreed to merge. One benefit that appears to be coming sooner than we might think is Viacom content appearing on CBS All Access. For those who don't know, CBS Access is CBS's live streaming platform. US users get it, meanwhile us UK and international users don't get it. To boil it down, the Star Trek movies might be appearing on that platform. This is everything from the motion picture right up until the new 2009 films, as they're nicknamed. Now, this is good news for those who have CBS All Access, but for those who are international customers, yeah, it doesn't look like we'll be getting it anytime soon. Though, during a press call, it was mentioned that they might be looking at distributing CBS internationally, though that was kind of kept under wraps. More details on that soon. Meanwhile, CBS seem extremely keen on pushing the Star Trek brand even further. Their continued expansion of the television franchise is reaching a new frontier next year, as I mentioned. Now, with the impending merger, it seems that Star Trek film content might also be returning to our screens. We know that Paramount had a few scripts lying around, and also the Tarantino film project has been gaining traction in the last few months. So who knows, more Trek content including movies could be coming very soon. The announcement of a merger and a reunification of the Star Trek brand ties in nicely with the announcement of the Star Trek Global Franchise Group a couple of months ago. For those of you who don't know, the group is headed by Alex Kurtzman. It seems to be covering and working on all things related to the Star Trek franchise, as the name suggests. This group could also be set up to encompass the Star Trek films as well, something Alex Kurtzman is no stranger to. Some are predicting and speculating that the merger will see Kurtzman and the franchise group taking over development of any new Star Trek feature films, though that remains to be seen, and obviously we'll get more details as the year and deal progresses on. An interesting theory that our good friend Ketwolski had, check out his channel, is the following. What if the news Viacom-CBS merger is the start of something bold and new for the Star Trek franchise? Maybe something on the same lines as the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Stick with us here. Previously announced before San Diego Comic-Con was the Star Trek Universe brand, a new term that CBS started using. Could this be a brand name for all things Star Trek? It makes sense and is kinda catchy when you think about it. In reality, it would make sense to prep this ahead of time, especially if certain executives knew that a merger was in the pipeline. Now, to round this off, the merger is still pending and therefore is not yet completed. The reason for this is that it still needs to be go through and be subjected to all the usual regulator approvals to make sure everything's legit and checks out. This could take some time, hence why Viacom-CBS expect the deal to close by the end of 2019. Right in time for a brand new 2020 year of Star Trek and much, much more. That's all the information we have on the merger for today. It's an evolving story, but don't worry as we'll keep you updated with new details. Question or thoughts? Make sure to leave them in the video comment section below, we would love to hear them. In the meantime, if you want to keep up to date with the latest Star Trek news, including lore and much more, then make sure to subscribe to Trek Central for all your latest information. I've been Captain Jack, thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time.